So put your hands together tonight for the first storyteller at the Burlington StartUp Story Slam, Anthony Simeone.
I decided to finally become an entrepreneur when an invisible giant tried to kill me. I'll never forget the night. It was the evening of a chilly February night in 2009. My wife and I were just coming home from one of those rare nights on the town when you have kids. We had a nice dinner. We were going home. We were going to get reacquainted with each other. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's when the giant decided to strike. And it reached out with two huge, unseen hands, gripped both of my shoulders, and squeezed. Of course, I keeled over, screaming in pain, and my wife called 911. The giant's name was myocardial infarction, better known to his friends as a heart attack. Now, I've never been the healthiest guy. I've never been the best eater. I've never exercised regularly at all. But I knew plenty of other chubby guys. Chubby guys hang out together, and I knew plenty of them. So what was the X factor? What was different? I needed to know. So when I got to talking about my problems with my doctors, they said, Anthony, you're talking about all this stress. You're talking about depression. You're talking about the mental illness we just diagnosed you with. Those things harden arteries just as much as those cheeseburgers you've been eating all those years. So laying in a hospital bed, feeling like an idiot because I should have been twice as old as I was when I had the heart attack. I was 33. I decided that it was time for me to get off the fence about what I'd been dreaming about for years. Because I had been working and slaving in corporate America. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I had years ago turned my back on a humanities education that taught me that there was value in the stories that we've told throughout the centuries of human life. There's value in those things that we set aside as just great stories that we kind of get bored about when we're in school. But something was always making me put it off. Now, I'm not saying that death was my why, even though that's a really good why, to get your butt moving and getting in gear. My why really was guys like me. Because that giant, that heart attack, opened my eyes to what other guys like me were suffering under. Guys are given something equivalent to, good luck, pal, and a smack on the back. In our culture, we're supposed to be rugged individuals. We're not supposed to ask for help. We're not supposed to be weak. We're supposed to be tough. Don't talk about your problems. Isolate yourself. Everyone else is competition. I've had enough of it. So that's why I created my own personal development program called Live the Hero. And what Live the Hero does is taps into, finally, that wisdom that I know is buried in all of the wisdom of the ages that we have behind us. So every day, I go to that corporate job and I create my ideas. I blog. I craft my stories. I go out and I speak to people. I write and speak and write and speak until I know this idea is going to take off. I know that I'm going to save other guys from the fate that I had. Maybe it's not a heart attack for them, but maybe it's something that you guys are experiencing here. So I want to ask you, if you're thinking about a business idea, what's your giant? What is the giant that's holding you back, that's lurking up behind you with heavy footsteps, and it's saying, fee, fi, fo, fum, and it's scaring you to death? What is your giant that's holding you back? Because if the first why, death, that's pretty bad. But if there's an idea that's lurking in you, that's more powerful than that giant, the world needs what your idea is. You owe it to the world to get that idea out, just like me. I'm no different or no better than you. So if your idea is something that is calling out to you, I want you to do what I finally had to do. Turn around and slay that giant. Good luck, and thank you.
Anthony, great job. Thank you so much.